Hello, so my name is Vishal Yadav and I have taken this particular assignment number 1, and I have solved these two sheets, and now I have to solve this sheet, right? So firstly, look at the questions. So here we have 10 questions, right? So first question is use or and give condition total cost is greater than 100 and unit cost is less than 10, right? So we have to use or. So in OR, we will use OR condition. And after writing OR, I would use tab and then logic 1. What is the logic 1? Total cost should be greater than 100, right? So where is the total cost? Here is the total cost. So I would click on it. It should be greater than 100. All right. And next, logic 2. What should be the logic 2? So look at it. Unit cost should be less than 10. Okay, so where's the unit cost? Here is the unit cost. It should be less than what? Less than 10. I would enter. Okay, so I'm getting true. Okay, if any of the condition is true, then I will get true. So I would drag it and I'm getting all the conditions are true. Okay, now move ahead to our next question. Use and give condition total cost should be greater than 100 and unit cost should be less than 10. So here I have to use and, right? So I would use and. I will tab. Then logic 1. What should be the logic? Logic is given here that total cost should be greater than 100. So where is the total cost? Here. So I would click on it. It should be greater than 100. And next, unit cost should be less than 10. I would enter. And I'm getting true. Okay. If I would drag, so I will get my answer accordingly. All right. So we have solved two questions, question number 1 and question number 2. Now let's look at the question number 3. What it is saying, calculate sum of total cost, use sum function. Okay. With the help of sum function, we have to find total sum. Okay. Okay. We have to find the summation of these sort of values. So I would use here the sum function. So sum, I would use tab and number 1 to number. So I would select entire column consisting the value. I would enter. Okay, so I'm getting this answer. Its sum it is. Okay, all these values, when these values will be added to each other, then we will get this answer. All right. So now look at the fourth question. What is the fourth question? Fourth question is calculate average of total cost. Use average function. Okay. Now we will find average. Okay. For finding the average, I would select average. I would click on tab and now number 1. Okay. So the same column, same values which we selected in the third question, we'll select here as well. I would enter. So this is the average of my total cost column. Now let's move ahead and here calculate sum of unit and unit cost. Okay, what kind of sum you want to find? The product of unit and unit cost and then its sum. So now here you have to do you have to perform two activities. So for that we will be using sum product function. Okay, use sum product function. This is the instruction. Okay, so I will use sum product. Okay, array 1, array 2 and array 3. So I have to use units and unit cost. So where is the units? Here is the units. So I would select it. Okay. and then give comma, and then array2. We have to do it with unit cost. Let me look at it. Yeah, unit cost. So I would select all the values of unit cost, and now we will do enter. Okay, so we are getting the sum product of this. Look at this next question. The next question is calculate the sum of total cost of all pencils. Okay, sum of total cost of all the pencils. Use sum if and give criteria as pencil. Yeah, we will do it. Okay, since we are going to work on a condition, so there is only single condition. That is why we will use sum if. We have to sum according to the condition. So I would use sum if. I would do tab range. Okay, where is the range? So let me give the range. This item range I would give. Okay, and now criteria. What should be the criteria? I have to find the sum of pencils where criteria is pencil. So I would select on pencil and then sum range. Okay. So where should be the sum range? Here is the sum range. Okay, I have selected it, and okay, here is the formula, and I would enter. So this is the required answer. All right. So let's move ahead to our next question. What is the next question? Calculate the sum of total cost of all vendors. Use sum if and give a criteria vendor. Okay. So again, we are having a single condition. So what we will do? We have to sum it according to the condition. So again, I would use sum if. I would do tab, and what should be the range? So vendor is in item column. So I have selected all the values. I would give a comma, and then criteria. I would choose vendor, and then sum range. What should be the sum range? Sum range should be of total cost. So I would select it and then enter. So I'm getting my answer. All right. Now let's move ahead to our question number 8. It is saying calculate the average of total cost. All right. Calculate the average of total cost of all pens. Okay. Of all pens, use average if and give a criteria pen. Okay. So this is the instruction, but if it wouldn't have been given, then we are also able to, we will be also able to solve. Okay. So here it is saying average. So according to the condition, so now I would use average if, since I am having a condition. Average if range. What should be the range? Item range. I would select it. All right. And then what should be the criteria? Pen. So I would select on pen. पेन हमारा ऊपर है, तो पेन पर क्लिक किया, एंड देन एवरेज रेंज. इसका एवरेज निकालना है. आई हैव टू फाइंड द एवरेज ऑफ टोटल कॉस्ट. I would select all the values of total cost, and then let me look at the formula. Yeah, it is completed. I will enter it. So this is the average of all the pens. Okay. Now calculate sum of total cost of pencils sold in East region. Okay. Now look at it carefully. You have two conditions. All right. You have two conditions. First condition is that you have to select pencil, and then pencil that are sold in which region? In East region. All right. So since we are having two conditions, अब यहाँ पर हमारे पास दो कंडीशन है, तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम सम इफ्स का यूज करेंगे. सिंगल कंडीशन थी तो हम केवल इफ का यूज करते थे. नाउ वी विल यूज इफ्स. वी हैव टू सम, तो हम यूज करेंगे सम इफ्स. अगर एवरेज निकालना होता तो एवरेज इफ्स. अगर काउंट करना होता तो काउंट इफ्स. ओके. सिंस वी आर रिक्वायर्ड टू डू sum ifs, so I would use my formula, that is sum if. And now here you can see the syntax is changed. Okay. So you have to give the sum range first. So where is the sum range? So I have to find the sum of this particular range. All right. So now criteria range 1. Okay. What should be the criteria range 1? So the criteria range 1 should be item. Okay. So I have chosen this much of stuff, and I would give comma and then criteria 1. Okay. Pencils. So I would select it, select on pencil, click on pencil. Then criteria range 2. All right. Like east region, right? So criteria range 2 is regions values. तो मैंने सारी वैल्यूज सेलेक्ट करी, एंड नाउ what it is saying, criteria 2. What should be the criteria 2? Criteria 2 is east region. ओके पहला हम लोगों ने सेलेक्ट कर लिया पेंसिल, अब मुझे क्या करना है, ईस्ट रीजन. ओके पेंसिल वो जो ईस्ट रीजन में बेची गई है. ठीक है, तो ईस्ट रीजन हम सेलेक्ट कर लेंगे, तो ईस्ट पर क्लिक कर देंगे. नाउ आई वुड एंटर. सो दिस इज द आंसर ऑफ माइन. All right. So in this particular manner, what we would do, we would find the answer of ours. Now, what is the question number 10? Let's move ahead. Calculate sum of total cost of pens. Okay. Calculate sum of total cost of pens sold in central region. Which region? Central region. Okay. Previously, we will finding the pencils which is sold in east region. But now we will find the sum of total cost of pens that are sold in central region. So again, I would use sum if since we are having multiple conditions. So sum if. Now sum range. Okay. So what should be the sum range? This should be the sum range. So I have selected this much of array, and now look at it. Criteria range 1. तो item को मैं सारे क्राइटेरिया ले लूंगा. क्राइटेरिया रेंज हमें लेनी है, तो फर्स्ट क्राइटेरिया की मैंने रेंज भी ले ली. ओके नाउ criteria 1, what should be the criteria? Pens. So I would select on pen. कोई भी पेन आप सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. Next, criteria range 2. What should be the criteria range 2? Region. All right. So I have selected region here, and criteria range 2. Then criteria 2. What should be the criteria 2? That are sold in central region. तो मैंने central पर क्लिक किया और मैंने enter किया. So this is my answer. Okay. So in such a manner, we would be solving all the questions. Okay. So let's catch up in the another video. Until then, bye bye.